Hello, and welcome back to another Strong Collectors short review. Today we're going to be talking about the ToyBiz Sentinel Wave Black Panther. So this one we had a request from one of our viewers to talk about. They asked for the best Black Panther. So in my opinion, this is the best Black Panther. Jordan may have a different opinion of that, and we'll try to get into that with this review. But talking about the ToyBiz Black Panther here, I believe this was the only Black Panther that ToyBiz ever made. Came in the Sentinel Wave. Right now, I would say loose, you could probably find this figure for, I don't know, Jordan, what do you think? Like $10? Maybe 20 at the most?
I want to say 15, 20, but yeah. Maybe 10.
Yeah, I mean, I just...
in the right.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just don't see him in the group selling super high. So it's a decently cheap figure. It is ToyBiz, so you do have some of that ToyBiz articulation with the ball hips. I think he's got good enough articulation. It is a little bit more challenging to get him in some poses. But for me, I have him behind me on the Avengers display you've probably seen in the past several episodes since I've had Giant Man here. I really like the color, like the gold with the black. I think it pops really well. Like, I love the gold claws. It's ToyBiz, so you've got the articulated fingers. He's got the long black cape with the big collar, gold accents on that, gold belt. I like that a little bit more than just a plain, like, all black Black Panther. I think it stands out a little bit more, kind of gives him some more, like, definition, looks better on the shelf. And as far as, like, I mean, we've gotten quite a few Black Panthers from Hasbro. We've gotten the retro, we've got the Walmart exclusive, the MCU regular one, the, like, purple MCU one, the Killmonger looking Black Panther.
Now the reissued MCU ones.
The reissued MCU Black Panthers. So you've got quite a few options there, but really not a ton.
Well, and then there's the newer comic Black Panther.
The half cape one. True. Oh wait, what?
Isn't that?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Or no. Isn't he the Atuma from the new one?
I think it is. Yes, possibly. Yeah, you're probably right. So yeah, lots of Hasbro Black Panthers, but I just don't think Hasbro has made a Black Panther that tops this one, to me at least. I think Hasbro could, and like I've mentioned on this podcast several times, they could redo this figure and do a really good job. They just have yet to do it. I think the cape would be the only thing I would worry about Hasbro doing, because a lot of times they have a lot stiffer, harder plastic capes, where this one's a little bit more rubbery. So I guess you could always just take the cape off this one, because this is a removable cape. Take the cape off here, throw it on your new one if Hasbro ever decides to remake that. Jordan, what are your thoughts on either this Black Panther? Because I know you don't have this one yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But you've seen it.
Right here, this is the Walmart exclusive, I believe, sans cape and spear and extra hands, so just as is. Mm-hmm. He's got kind of the black suit with like the gray striped boots and gloves and kind of a little belt going on. Kind of boring, like you said. Kind of looks like a Batman without a mask type, you know. So I do see where you're getting at, the gold kind of giving him some more character.
Yeah.
I did like the retro because it at least had that like silvery sheen to it.
Okay.
Which kind of reminds me of like the Alex Ross art, you know, where he's got like a black suit, but it's like catching the light in certain ways, which doesn't really happen unless you have really good lighting, but it makes it look a little better. So I liked that one quite a bit. I've thought about getting that one again just because, I don't know. But I'm kind of maybe with you that I might be waiting for them to just do a Black Panther on like the newer Spidey mold or something, you know, like some that's, because he's a character you definitely want to get into those cool poses. I really like one of the MCU ones that we have somewhere in our house. I think he's hiding by a plant or something, but he's very posable and has really good articulation. I'd like to see that kind of articulation on a comic one, which I don't really think I've seen yet.
Yeah, so. And then the one that you have as your displayed Black Panther is the regular MCU, like the black and silver one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that one works pretty well as, like, if you wanted to use that as your comic book Black Panther. I don't think that one's as drastic of like a, hey, what is that doing in the display, as like if you put your MCU Thor in your comic book Avengers display. That one would look out of place, where Black Panther is, I think he looks close enough to the comic books where you could use an MCU version of it. So I guess based on this one and the little that you have seen, Jordan, 1 to 10, where do you rank this Black Panther?
It's hard because you got the ToyBiz thing going on. It was a different era, but I'm going to put myself in the ToyBiz mindset, the other toys that were around at the time. And I remember as a kid, I thought this one was pretty cool. I liked him. Go with a 7.5.
7.5. All right, now considering all the other new Black Panthers that we have, should this be the Black Panther that you pick up for your display? New articulation, new paints. Where does he rank now that he's outside of the ToyBiz realm? In general, all toys considered.
I'd say a little lower.
Okay.
But I don't think it's like drastic. It's not like a ToyBiz where you're like, this ToyBiz is obsolete and has no...
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe that's why you like it. It's not like a ToyBiz Wolverine or a ToyBiz... Right. What was that other one? The Mystique. I think that looks awful. Like, those ones, you can't really... They don't fit.
I agree.
All. This one looks pretty cool, but I'd say he's still around a 7 in my book.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to agree with you. I'll give him a 7.5 as well because, I mean, he's obviously not in my top 10, but as far as Black Panthers go, he's my favorite look. I think he's still got pretty good articulation. Like you said, he's not obsolete. He fits in well with the display. I kind of like to mix the good ToyBiz with the newer Hasbros. So 7.5 is a fair assessment. I think if you don't have any Black Panther in your display, this one is the one I personally would pick up. But if you just hate ToyBiz, then, you know, that probably won't apply to you. But yeah, overall, super good figure in my opinion. I love it. And I think any other collector would as well. So with that being said, make sure you have subscribed, you've liked the podcast, leave a comment. I read and respond to all the comments unless it's like something unrespondable like Papa J Fash or something like that. I think that's one of the comments I haven't responded to. That was your cousin, or nephew. So I respond to almost every comment. There's like 3 comments all time that I haven't responded to. So let us know what you think of this one. Where do you rank it? Is there another Black Panther that you put in your top tier? Which one do you have displayed? And if you don't have one, is this the one that you're now going to pick up since we've given such a great review of this Black Panther? Until next time, stay strong.